Everybody, welcome to another new video. So just want to go over my Righteous Fire fire trap saboteur that I've been working on. I did a little bit of crafting and got super lucky if you saw the stream earlier. But I just want to go over the full build guide and kind of how I got it to work on a saboteur and some of the hurdles that you have to kind of overcome in order to make it work. So first things first, we'll go over the gear. So a Void Scepter with fractured fire damage over time multiplier. I could go higher, that's tier 3. But you basically want to go for damage over time multiplier, damage over time, increase fire damage, and then +1 level of all fire spell skill gems. And you got the enchant on there to get more elemental damage as well. Alright, so for the helm, I crafted this myself on stream earlier, and if you saw, it was a pretty expensive craft. I think I spent probably 10 or 15 divines just in horror essences to try and get it. Basically the concept is you take any helm that you want, generally one with high armor, so the Royal Burgonet is the second highest armor helm, and then I got it with the increased fire trap burning damage enchant on it already, and then you hit it with Screaming Essences of Horror, which will guarantee you the socketed gems deal 30% more elemental damage. What you want to go for is socketed gems are supported by level 20 burning damage or conk effect, and then you do suffixes. I guess you actually have to go for burning damage because you do suffixes cannot be changed. And you come over to the horror crafting station and you do one all the way at the bottom. Reforge influence rare item with random modifiers, including an influence modifier. So you need one of these and then 5,000 of the primal crystallized life force. So that alone's about a divine and a half, something like that. And then 2 divine for suffixes cannot be changed. And the second time I did it on this helmet, this is what I got. Super lucky. I'll pull up the clip from the stream just so you can kind of see. Basically, you do suffixes cannot be changed. Go over there. Basically what I have is, a nuts helmet. Like, pretty crazy. That's all it took. I say that's all it took, but, it was 4 or 5 tries on 2 or 3 different helmets. Just to get these 3 mods on something, you're looking at 40. So I'll put out just a specific crafting guide on that later as well. All right, so for the shield, just res and then life regen. I'll go over kind of how to make Righteous Fire work, but you can see what the shield is there. The ring's just chaos res, some more life regen. And yeah, that's it, just res. I went with the brass dome. I did have a crafted body armor, but with the extra 5% all max res and just the absurd amount of armor that you get from a brass dome, decently rolled one. It's obviously 354, could go up to 400. I was just trying to get the 5 to all max res. It helps with the tankiness a lot. That's a regular Ash of the Stars. Anointed with Sovereignty because I have Charisma on the tree. For the other ring, just more res, some strength, and then non-channeling skills to help with the cost of fire trap. For the gloves, I could do a little better. I really was just going for strength and res on these, and then I just rolled the fire exposure on hit, applying -12, and then ignites you, inflict spread to other enemies within a radius of 13. For the belt, I bought this for like 2 divine after the stream last night. I'm trying to rework some of my life regen. So I got tier 1 regen on there, and then more res and tier 1 life, and then crafted on regenerate some more life and get a little more mana. For this one, you just get damage over time while holding a shield, and then any kind of res if you need it. The good one here is the phasing for 4 seconds on kill. Basically when you're mapping, you literally just run with Righteous Fire. You don't really have to throw a fire trap unless you get something that's super tanky. For the boots, just regular Legacy of Fury. Try and get as high of roll as possible on the Scorched. The chance to, when you kill a Scorched enemy, to burn each surrounding enemy for 4 seconds. I mean, I had 40% before, and I've been running with these ones, and I didn't really notice that much of a difference. But you do want to try and get the high effective Scorch and the high armor and evasion roll as well. For the flasks, these are all going to be gain charges when you're hit by an enemy, except for Bottled Faith. So we've got a ruby flask of the Pangolin, just helps with less fire damage taken, so that it helps counteract the degen from Righteous Fire when you're mapping. Because when you take less fire damage, then your regen works better, because Righteous Fire is not affecting you as much. And then we've got increased armor on that one. Just Bottled Faith. I did the Enkindling Orbs to get some more effect on there. And when you're staying on the consecrated ground, it helps with life regen as well. It's the movement speed, bleeding corrupted blood, granite flask with increased movement speed, and then a basalt flask with some more chance to ignite while the flask is going. So as far as Righteous Fire itself goes, it's kind of it's a little tricky on this one, because you don't really path through a lot of life regen. So what you want to try and do is just literally get as much life regen as you can. So on here I've got tier 1 life regen as well, along with the belt. And then, that's pretty much it. I'm running a level 18 vitality, and if I turn off vitality, my life starts to go down. It's slow, but it does go down. So with vitality on, I'm able to sustain Righteous Fire, and the regen's okay. Once this is, if I turn this on and turn my vitality off, as long as this flask is going, then it doesn't affect me. But once the flask turns off, then my life will start to go down. So I'm gonna run vitality. I have enough mana here to, pretty consistently just lob out fire traps everywhere. I can stand there and, kick out a few of them before my mana goes. So we'll go over the gems. So Flame Dash, linked to Hex Touch and Anomalous Flammability, which gives increased effective curse. So basically any kind of boss or anything like that, you just Flame Dash over them or at them, and it'll curse them with flammability. The helmet for Righteous Fire, I've got a 2120 Righteous Fire linked to level 5 Awaken Increased Area of Effect, level 5 Awaken Elemental Focus, and then a level 4 Empower. On the shield, just got Summoned Skitterbots, Anomalous Molten Shell. Anomalous, you can take additional damage, so it just helps. And then a high level Clarity for mana. For Fire Trap itself, there it is. 2120 Fire Trap, linked to level 4 Empower, Awaken Burning Damage, Efficacy, Combustion, and Trap and Mind damage support. I tried playing around with using Life Tap instead of Efficacy, and I have enough mana, and it seems like Efficacy works a little better. This is my opinion. For the auras, Divergent Malevolence, because it causes nearby allies deal increased damage with ailments, so like Ignite. Level 3 Enlighten with a regular just level 20 Determination, and I said level 18 Vitality. Over here we've got just kind of another movement skill, Shield Charge linked to Life Tap and faster attacks, and then Infernal Cry. Basically, if you're, when you fight bosses, you just hit Infernal Cry. It adds more fire damage, covers enemies in ash, causing 3% increased fire damage taken per 5 power. Covers them in ash. So take more damage. Alright, for the tree, so ascendancies for the Saboteur, go Perfect Crime, increase damage for each trap, reduce cost of skills that throw traps. And then Pyromaniac makes you immune to Ignite and Shock, which is nice. And then you regenerate life per second for each trap triggered recently, up to 10% per second, which helps with Righteous Fire. Bomb Specialist, just increased AoE, increased mine throwing speed if you detonate mine recently, and increased detonation speed. And then over here, cannot be blinded. Nearby enemies are blinded, and you blind enemies on hit, so just some more tankiness. Causes less accuracy and evasion rating for the enemies. As far as the actual tree itself goes, no cluster jewels, nothing like that. We're running 3 elemental damage grand spectrums. I thought about switching out to a Watcher's Eye with something like damage over time, Malevolence mod or something, but it seems to be working. You just come down here, take all the mana reservation, take charisma, trap damage, pretty much just all the trap nodes over here. Branch out here, get some life, recover life on kill. Elemental focus, trap damage, ailments, more life, fire damage, Up here, get this jewel node, and all these life nodes max life. And then come up here to Breath of Flame, and I do fire damage over time, negative fire resistance. Damage over time multiplier while killed. All these dot multi. And then these fire damage nodes over here, and these fire damage over time nodes over here. So we'll pull up Path of Building, and you can see what the actual damage is. So for Fire Trap right here, we've got 4 million DPS. This is with Clarity, with Molten Shell. Not Val Clarity, but with Molten Shell up. Very tanky. Without it, not so much. So I have Molten Shell on my left click, so I'm always, proccing it as fast as possible. But yeah, total life regen 716. It's not bad. That takes into account the degen from Righteous Fire. No evasion. Decent chaos res on this. I could do a little better with like a ring or something. Get a different ring, get another amethyst ring, but seems to be working okay. As far as the configuration goes, not really much to do here. You're on consecrated ground. I base it off of a boss. Having Bottled Faith. Burning, ignited, chilled, and shocked from skitterbots. And they're exposed to fire, but that doesn't do anything. So let's go ahead and run a Crimson Temple map real quick, just so you can kind of see how the build goes. It's Righteous Fire. Seen it before. But just so you can see the damage. Nothing crazy, nothing super juiced. But it's super fun. Just proc Righteous Fire, and then literally just pretty much shield charge the whole map. Not really a lot that can kill you. You shouldn't get one shot very often. It happens, That's why you play softcore. Obviously, you can make Righteous Fire work on a jug with in hardcore, but as you get to the boss, just throw out as many traps as you can. Infernal Cry, and they're ignited, so they die. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video and drop me a comment if you have any questions on this video or any other video, and I'll be sure to answer them as quick as possible. And also make sure to hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying the content, because I really appreciate it, and it does help me out. So I'll be trying to live stream a little more often. I don't really have a set schedule yet, but it'll always be around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the US. I'll make a little post about it early in the day before I go live. So make sure to hit that notification bell so you get notified when I do go live and when I post a new video.